find it annoying. And fucking Mitski got fucking torn to shreds for saying it once,
Right?
as if it was controversial. And anyway,
Welcome back to the fucking fart zone. Woo! Yeah.
give me some more of those farts, Chris. Yeah, more grunts too.
I'm coming.
Hey, whoa. You said fart zone. Not
I got
cum
carried
zone.
away. I got carried away.
That's kind of.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me for
I'm
like
not
10
going.
minutes.
I don't want to touch you. Jesus Christ! You changed the. You see me just instinctively.
Whiplash.
I was excited for the farts, but then you cummed, and you brought the cum into the room, and now it's like. You ever have to like go out in public too soon after masturbating?
Right. Yeah, you're still like, honestly, you feel kind of how I feel right now. Having it just came kind of feels like having just downed a Red Bull in a hot room. Where you're just like, you're still kind of jacked up a little bit. Like there's a weird sort of clarity, but you're also like hot. You're just like, I'm like sweating.
I can see it.
So yeah, I kind of feel like I've just come a little bit. But without a lot of the positives, honestly.
Can we start over?
No.
All right. All right. But all right. So welcome everyone to the.
Everybody to the fart zone. This is the.
I can't pretend you didn't come in it too. Welcome everybody to Chris's cum zone.
This is Chris's cum zone. With special friend Will Woods.
No, I'm not going to be the special friend in your cum zone.
You're going to be my special friend for the cum zone. Don't worry, it's not your cum zone. You're just here to visit. You just come every now and then and hang out in my cum zone.
I will be a visitor.
You just come visit.
I will
the
be a
cum
guest,
zone.
but I will not be a special friend in your cum zone.
Just take off your shoes, probably your socks too, and you come in. Come wade into the cum zone.
Why would I take off my socks?
Well, because they're gonna maybe get you don't want to have to wash them later.
Okay, but I don't want to step directly into your cum either.
It's a fucking trade-off, dude.
I'm going to keep my shoes on.
I mean, you're going to have to shower either way.
I'm keeping my shoes on.
All right. I mean, at least they're your shoes. I'm fully nude. I'm imagining just like a room covered in white tile. Like a bathroom with no sinks or toilets. Just like yeah, isn't that bad?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Isn't that no good at all whatsoever?
Yeah, there's something
like
really
a tile room with no
that.
drains. There's nowhere for the water's not gonna like leak out, but there's also nowhere for it to go. You know? Well, everybody.
Jesus Christ. Welcome everybody to Life in the World to Come. The exit is right over that way.
You don't have to stay if you don't want.
Yeah, no, you are welcome to, but please, no pressure. We know what it's like in here.
Was it worth the month or so wait for the new episode?
I really hope.
Coming into the fucking.
If this is your first episode, it shouldn't.
It's not. Not at this point.
No, you're right. We're not getting new listeners.
I don't think we're getting new listeners anymore. No, I think we're done with
so.
new listeners.
Yeah, no.
Which is my dream. It's just kind of just maintain this.
I did like a pop-up show in Montreal last week, and with 4 hours notice, 70 people showed up at an arcade in West Montreal.
I remember you doing Instagram stories about
Yeah.
So why were you in fucking Canada?
Just checking.
Just to see what it's
just
like.
Checking.
Just to see if maybe this is a place that you could stay forever.
If
some stuff happens.
Just checking.
Just to
you
see
know
what the vibe is.
Showing my face at the border so that it's not my first time through when I'm,
Right, when if you have to come back for whatever reason.
For any given reason. I'm technically kind of something of a Canadian myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm currently working on the discretionary grant situation that I'm entitled to, that I am technically kind of a citizen already. It just needs to be kind of recognized by Canada itself.
What is this?
Yeah, it's just a familial thing. It's just based on my lineage. I am
Oh.
technically kind of a citizen. I just need to get it kind of recognized. Is a oversimplified way of putting it.
I wonder if
So-
I could get that with Germany. Probably not.
You think so?
I don't
know
know.
how it works in Germany.
Well, it's also Germany also just elected their own fascist leader, so not really much point
Oh.
in
Germany.
yeah, they're back, baby. We're fucking back on their bullshit.
Jesus Christ, Germany.
They were really good for a while.
Yeah.
They were really sorry for a long time.
Not that long a time.
Not that long, I guess. They compared
feel
to a lot
like-
of other places in Europe, they were like, for most of my life, Germany has been a pretty liberal place to live.
Yeah, that's just not a long time.
This isn't a long time.
After like a Holocaust.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll let you have
I
it.
think if you do the Holocaust,
I'm not gonna argue with
need
you.
to take at least another 100 years
Right,
before you do
right,
another.
right. Yeah, before you start getting to pat yourself on the back for how good you've been.
Yeah, no.
I think it's like this is less a this feels less like, oh no, they've returned, more like they've relapsed is what's happening.
Right, yeah,
now.
this is
like it's
this isn't somehow the emperor returned.
Right.
It's the emperor is doing his thing
doing
again.
fucking ketamine, like, doing weird Nazi uppers.
It seemed like he was doing so well, but I guess,
I know that they also have things like that in Ireland, but I think my Irish blood is probably too diluted. I think they probably came here too long ago.
It's all
One of
Canada
those
for
potato
me,
famine
baby.
Irish.
Yeah, no, but the point is that somebody came up to me and asked about the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So actually, I think we are getting new listeners.
Really?
Just from French Canada.
I will say, every now and then I'll go just like check on the numbers.
Yeah.
And they haven't really gone down.
That's crazy.
They haven't gone up, but they haven't they've maybe they've gone down a little bit, but our monthly listens has not changed by a huge amount.
I'm not surprised, but I think I think that you're mistaking that for a lack of new listeners, when actually I think it's more kind of like the body reconstitution process.
I think there's a bit of that, yeah.
Like for instance, I've dropped several pant sizes recently, and I'm totally like different when I look in the mirror with my shirt off. It's very noticeable, but the weight on the scale hasn't changed at all.
Oh yeah, you can put that muscle on.
Right, exactly. And that's what we're experiencing right now, is we're dropping some of the fat and we're gaining a lot of muscle.
Nice.
We got a lot of new muscle in our corner, because what we've done is we've culled the herd, by just being aggressively ourselves.
Right. Just like,
And not bending to the will of any particular cultural influence from the fandom. We're naturally going to turn the right people off and turn the right people on extra.
Is this? Are we doing a conservative dog whistle right now? Is that the bit? Are we like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit about.
I don't think that the demographic information has changed much.
No, you wouldn't be able to tell.
You wouldn't be able to tell.
This isn't a matter of gender and age. This is a matter of who they are as people.
Right.
What kind of people they are. Nice. What sort of things we might have in common with them.
Conservative people.
Where their personal Overton window is, I'm so glad they legalized comedy.
Did you see the guy who destroyed the Dutch government?
What? No.
The Dutch government, I don't know. I'm gonna get the details of this wrong. But some conservative party leader, because of some immigration law, and basically withdrew his whole party from the government, and the Dutch government just collapsed. So the Dutch government isn't functioning right now. But the fun thing about it is that this conservative party leader is clearly wearing a Donald Trump costume.
Oh,
it's on if the stakes weren't so high, it would be very funny, because he's just wearing a big blue suit, the exact same tie, he looks like he's wearing a Donald Trump wig. It's bananas.
It's ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
So many people are looking at Trump and just thinking
it fucking worked.
That's how you go through life, is just just doubling down on bullshit until it doesn't matter what's real.
Right. Yeah.
This is a joke podcast about the pretend end of the world.
And pretend end of the right. It's about the end of the world. Fuck. We can talk about that. What about was no? I don't know, man.
I went to a wedding on a boat yesterday.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
It was on a boat.
About this.
No, it was just interesting because it was on a boat, we sailed past a lot of the Ocean City area with a lot of dockside mansions, and I was like, these were all terrible investments. These are going to be underwater in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm watching them. I'm just like, you idiots.
Well, that's why they got the boats.
Yeah, you're gonna need the boat more than you need the house.
Move on to the boat.
I hope that's your summer home.
It was very when you sent me a picture of the boat before you set off.
Yeah,
and it was very because it was like kind of cloudy and overcast.
Yeah.
So the vibe was less like, oh, what a romantic day, and where it's like we tonight we set out to sea to slay the
No, it was crazy.
It's like you're gonna you're hunting a many tentacled beast.
No, you're doing a bad job though,
okay.
Because it wasn't a little overcast.
Right.
There was no visibility.
There was no sun in the sky.
There was nothing. It was like a pale void from whence there is no escape. It was the beginning of an episode of Scooby-Doo at its best.
I think I texted this to you. It's just they looked like the pictures you showed. I maybe should. No, this is someone's real wedding, but it did look like it was going to get crashed by pirate ghosts.
No, everybody was in agreement about what it felt like was going to happen. The poor bride was just really so distraught about it at first, and we all ended up agreeing that it ended up actually being really romantic. Yeah. But that's nice. But at first there was a lot of fucking hubbalaboo getting up towards it.
I mean, even I don't know where this wedding was, but even
on a boat.
Well, I mean, geographically speaking,
out to sea,
where man's laws do not apply.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking. It was like, is this wedding even valid?
It was in Ocean City.
It happened at sea.
It was in Ocean City, New Jersey.
Right, so the city of the ocean, where Poseidon is mayor.
Yeah. Anyway, it was pretty good. It was really sweet, and I was really honored to. There was a moment where the bride and groom wanted to do a friends picture, and I was included in that friends picture, and it made my heart go pitter patter. Because it's like, yeah, I know these people are my friends.
They invited you to the wedding, I would assume.
Well, yeah, no, they're friends of mine, but there weren't a lot of friends in the picture.
Okay,
and I was part of a small group.
That's nice.
And I felt really warm and fuzzy inside, and I hate that.
You don't like.
No, I don't like warm. It fucking sucks. I feel it in my balls a little bit.
No, I feel
a little twitch in my groin.
I feel like you like things to be mostly good, but with one or two things that are bad that you can kind of really focus in on.
Yeah,
so that you don't have to focus on all the stuff that's good.
No, I don't like. I was thinking about that recently.
All of the blessings in your life you can just kind of put off in a corner where you never look at them, and then you can fixate on the three things that are bad.
Well, because I don't. Yeah, no, I did recently really start to come to understand the depth of my negativity as a person. That I am a profoundly negative person. I don't see myself as such day to day. What I see is a broken world.
Right. Huh.
I see a broken world.
I wonder if that's symptomatic of anything.
Well, that's what I mean. But also, yeah, it is symptomatic of something. It's symptomatic of all of the power of the planet being funneled upward to 16 men who cannot ever have enough and are so deeply and profoundly broken and dead inside that they cannot function day to day without blasting off into space.
Goblins of avarice, yeah.
Yeah, goblins of avarice.
That's what I've started calling.
No, it's a beautiful. These are cosmically hungry post-human beasts.
Greed monsters.
Who own the entire planet.
Right.
And we are simply fucking pinballs.
Yeah.
In a great game that they have designed to serve their own dark and twisted purposes. You understand me? I am not negative. I am correct.
Yeah.
This is not a world with beauty in it.
It's you're not wrong.
No.
It's
No, it's a bad world with nothing good in it.
Well, there's good stuff in it. It's
Name one.
That, I don't know. You know what sucks? My first thought was just because of happening recently, but your dog. But you don't like that dog.
No, I fucking hate that dog.
You can't stand your dog. I love your dog. My heart sings every time I see your dog.
I want to punch her.
Your dog broke my phone.
and yet you still love this beast.
I looked at my phone and you were like, how did that happen? And I was like, you know what? It probably just happened. Like, it probably just happened by magic. And Harper is blameless.
Harper.
She also left huge scratches on my house.
Yeah, I saw those.
She's great. I love her.
It's a dark world.
She's a great dog.
we live in a world where there is nothing good, and anything that is good will end very soon.
You know.
What's the point I was going to make?
A wedding.
Wedding on a boat. Oh, I was going to say end of the world.
Right. Yeah.
We were talking about the end of the world because the podcast is about the end of the world. Now I was just saying that the mansions are all going to be underwater in 20 years. These people who spent $10-15 million on these sprawling manors,
and you know what those idiots are gonna do? They're gonna move to their other mansions high in the mountains of California.
I hope they don't have another.
They do. They have 5.
They're gonna crash the insurance industry.
They've never even been to those fucking mansions that you saw. I bet like 4 of those were just like fucking like real estate investments. Like that's not.
They are all Airbnbs.
Those weren't mansions. Those were currency. Those were things that they will later.
Well, then they were the dumbest currency
owned
possible.
By Chinese billionaires who will sell them later.
You might as well have spent $15 million on bales of hay with intent to sell them later. You buffoon! The water's gonna rise.
Well, I think
they're all gonna be blustered away by the next hurricane.
I think that what I'm really saying is that like there is a certain once you hit a certain. There's like a strata of people for which $15 million is no money. It's an amount of money not even worth considering.
Oh, I know. But I don't think this is those people.
Right.
This is Ocean City,
right.
Not Los Angeles.
Right. This is guys who won $5 million in the lottery and immediately buy a $15 million mansion.
Right. These are people who want to be goblins of avarice.
Right. Who are aren't the right kind of stupid.
Right.
They're like the wrong kind of stupid to be goblins of avarice. Or like their dads weren't rich enough for them to be goblins of avarice. You know?
Maybe, yeah, they're all new money.
Right, exactly. Well, you know, there's man, as much shit as I give billionaires, every now and then I just I hear about like I don't know if this is like still a thing overseas, but like men of leisure, people who would be like, oh me, no, I don't work. Like, I'm more of a man of leisure, and that's like a thing that you would say and be like, no, this is cool about me. This is a cool fact, is that I don't work because my dad is rich, and like that's disgusting, obviously, but also, man. That's kind of the dream, isn't it? It's just to like
I couldn't do it.
It's just to like, even
if I had the money to, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
I'd be too scared.
Just to like
to relax. What if my heart stops?
Right.
Like if I tried to
buy a new one.
Have you ever heard of kicking back? I don't know what it means. I'm afraid if I kicked back, I'd fall over.
This is, I think, why like we've talked about this. This is why you hate the beach.
Yes,
is because the point of the beach entirely is kicking back. There's kind of nothing at all to do at the beach other than kick back.
Yeah,
and that's not your thing.
No,
it's not the kind of thing you like.
No, my God,
to be and I get it. To be just alone with your own thoughts, terrible.
It's less.
Why would you do that?
No, it's not that. It's really not that. It's that what if I die?
Right. Just because you're not doing anything?
Every heartbeat, every single pulse in my body is done through conscious effort.
Okay.
I breathe manually at all times. My heart, if I decided to, I could stop my heart. And not because my will is so strong,
right,
but because my body's will is so weak.
That's what, again, what you're saying sounds ridiculous. But also, there have been times where I've been like sitting like really immersed in a video game, and I'm just like, and I'm just like, you can't see the face I'm making, but I'm just like,
oh no.
There's like
that's what
I'm like, and I'm like, It's like, I haven't, like, I'm like, is my heart stopping? Like, I haven't breathed.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I'm so relaxed that I haven't been breathing.
If I relax, I'll die like a shark.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like you're like a fucking bike that needs to like.
Yes.
Like you need to
I have been treading water since birth.
Right.
And my legs and arms are so strong from it.
Right.
And they don't know how to stop. And if they did stop, I would drown in seconds because I don't actually know how to swim.
Oh wow. I remember you had a fun Chris Hansen story. I remember you
Don't
about.
open with that. You can't open with you have a fun Chris Hansen story.
I guess I guess when you put it like that.
I mean, what would a fun Chris Hansen story be?
Like, I don't know. You saw him. You saw him at a park and he slipped on a little banana peel.
That would be pretty fun.
It would be pretty fun and funny. It would be fun and funny about Chris Hansen. I don't know.
Welcome everybody to the Fart Zone and nothing else.
This is just the Fart Zone.
We had to get the poison out.
We had to get some of the poison out. We had to talk about some stuff, and we did. And now the poison is gone.
Really uncomfortable subject matters that we just can't. What is wrong with us?
I feel like you know, we had to, you know, boys will be boys, you know.
All right, once again, we're doing another soft reboot here. Welcome everybody to Chris's Cum Zone. Is that what it was? Chris's Cum Zone?
Chris's Cum Zone with special friend.
No, I told you I'm not being the special friend.
No, you're just a guy who hangs out here.
No, I will be your guest. I will visit your Cum Zone. I will not be tied to it.
Welcome to the fucking Cum Zone.
Not with Chris's. This is not mine.
The cum guys.
That's
two guys who love that beautiful stuff. Our first question.
You didn't even have a question ready.
I don't even have my phone out.
You didn't have a question ready. Jesus Christ.
I gotta get my phone out real quick.
If we weren't so busy, I'd say we should start doing this a little bit more regularly again because I think we're out of practice.
We are out of practice. I think that is part of the problem.
But like...
but you're very busy and you live an hour away.
Yeah, no, so it's a lot.
This is how we haven't been getting as many questions since we.
Maybe it's because we don't do the podcast.
And also,
anymore.
the questions that we have been getting have not been too good.
A little winky dink?
No, they're kind of they're not great. I think they're a little bit out of practice too.
You guys need to practice more. You need to get better at this. Don't you understand?
This one person just says, "How do you feel about Pastafarianism?" That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's nothing. What do you expect from us there?
Well,
what else we got?
I feel like Pastafarianism was cool as hell 10 years ago.
I thought it was the coolest and funniest thing ever when I was 13 years old.
Yeah, 10, 15 years ago.
I was like, this is fun. Like, oh man, that weird kind of like Richard Dawkins mentality of like religion being just unilaterally bad.
Yeah, and the only thing you owe a religious person is ridicule.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Because all religions are equally stupid in all equal ways, and none of them have any merit to them, and they should. And the people who practice them are fools for doing so.
And they are, you know, all dumb and wrong. But we don't have to be dicks about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like we just keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Listen, they think you're dumb too, but like they're not coming to your house and being like. I mean, sometimes they are, but for the most part, they're not.
And honestly, when they do, this is something that I feel like I need to say.
Right.
Because I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I feel like I need to say it publicly. This is a very strong opinion of mine, okay?
Okay.
And I can't bring it up, especially to my religious friends. And it's not because I think religion is wrong or bad.
Right.
It's not because of that. I'm not afraid to offend them in the way it's saying, like, actually, Jesus isn't real. Because while I don't think Jesus was, like, a real guy in the way that they think that he was, that's not the point, all right?
Mm-hmm.
My thought is that if you are a religious person who forces their religion onto people, what would you assume I think of that guy?
Right.
Annoying, right?
Yeah.
Annoying, not a good dude.
Right.
Actually, it is the only good religious person.
Oh yeah, you've brought this up before.
Have I brought it up on the podcast? Because this I need to share this.
You might have brought it up, but you can share it again.
I'm going to say it again.
You have said this before, yeah.
It's a very strong opinion of mine. If you think that without your informing someone
right
about something, they will suffer physical torture
forever.
forever. All right, I want you to think about forever, okay? Yeah. How long would a week of getting tickled be?
That would not be good.
That would be rough. That is not 0% yet of how much stabbing you're going to get.
Yeah, not even.
You know how long 10 years is? You have to do that 1,000,000 times. You have to do 10 years 10 times, and still that won't be 0%.
Right, exactly. You'll hit that 1,000,000 times, and you still won't have hit 0%.
You will
0% becomes a meaningless way of measuring things.
Exactly. You will suffer incredible physical pain beyond your wildest imaginings for 10 years, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, for no end. There will never be an end. If you think that if you don't inform someone of something that they will suffer that fate, and you don't go door to door about it, fuck you.
Right. That is, and here, and you're right logically. But the one way I would push back, and I have been thinking about this a lot lately, is that if you think your God would do that to someone, you worship the devil. Well, like that, like you worship an evil God and you're in a death cult, and like I'm not gonna fucking like.
Well, here's the thing.
I've been thinking a lot about hell and how much I don't like it as an idea.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but like,
you don't know why?
I don't know.
It's a bad idea.
You
don't have to say you don't know why.
I don't know why I've been thinking about it lately.
Oh, probably because you're doomed.
Right. Because of all the sinning I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, but I feel like, I think it's more in terms of like, fucking gay people losing their rights and shit.
Yeah.
Which is basically, if you think that if because of how somebody is that they're going to be tortured eternally, and that's what your God wants, it's like, well then, why are we entertaining the idea that your God's a good guy?
Yeah, no,
like
we shouldn't.
What you have described to me is evil. So you worship an evil God.
Oh, look,
you worship a God of death and torture, and I'm not fucking.
Okay, that's all fair.
Yeah,
but you know that you can't stop God from doing what he does.
Right.
And so you are trying to protect them from your terrible God.
Sure. But then work that into the religion. Be like, listen, this guy's fucking crazy. like
hey, you Jewish? Dude, you got it. Dude, he will fuck you up. You gotta stop now.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I wish I could stop him. I can't. No one can. He's fucking insane.
He's coming. Run! Well, they will say that a good person is a God-fearing person.
Right. Which is like a weird artifact of like I feel of like the origins of the religion, like
that's
fucking
true.
Like 2,000 years ago shit, where it's like, well, God's good, but he's also a king, and kings kill people who say bad things about them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like,
Yeah, no, look. I think ultimately
also, if you say God is your king, then you're fucking bootlicker.
Yeah,
you fucking fascist. Anyway. What do you like, kings? Anyway, so what are you about to say?
Well, I have so many more thoughts, and a lot of them loop back to subjects that we've tried to.
Some of them are a little poisonous.
Yeah, some of them are a little poisonous. Look, this is spicy sauce. This might not be like poison drink, but it's spicy sauce.
Okay,
like this is Yzma's reaching for the wrong vial, but you still don't want to take it. I don't know why this is Emperor's New Groove in my head, but I thought Poison Vial and I thought the llama juice from Emperor's New Groove. So that's just where I'm going. Listen, the point is that I've said this before. I've said it on stage a number of times. I don't know if I think that people who believe in God actually believe in God a lot of the time. That's why they keep the faith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of just having it.
Yeah. Well, because if you think too hard about it, you're like, this guy's evil. It's like,
this
guy's crazy and evil.
Or you go, well, maybe it's not like a real guy.
Right. Yeah, that's probably like the more reasonable assumption.
A lot of people end up taking that position. A lot of people end up going like, oh yeah, I don't think that's a real guy. And even the religious people that I know, who I love and respect, they don't believe in the God of the Bible.
Right.
I have never met a Christian who believes in the God of the Bible. And the one time I knew a guy who really, really did, not a good guy.
Yeah, I feel like I only see them on like weird, like Orthodox Christian Instagram reels. Right. And like these guys are like weird and dark. I think I sent you at one point. I sent you one of these Instagram reels what it was just like, where it was just like this guy, and like he's just like, it hurts so much to give yourself to Jesus. Like he's like weeping. Like he's like, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. Like he's just like, he's distraught. Like,
oh my God.
He's like, it takes so much from you.
That doesn't sound
like good.
But it does sound honest.
It does sound honest, but like,
think about how horny you must get.
I mean, my impression is, this guy's gay. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Is definitely, like,
he's
is
so
a
lonely.
Gay man who really needs to get out of this.
Yeah, no, it's I think the answer is that most religious people don't actually believe the religion that they say they believe. Yeah. And a lot of religious people who I've met have their own unique beliefs about religious things that have nothing to do with what's in the Bible. And to them I say I hope those beliefs bring you meaning, and I respect that, and frankly I'm jealous of it because I live in a dark world with no good in it, as you know.
Yeah, as we mentioned.
This is a broken world.
Addressed earlier.
And for those of you who believe in something bigger than this world, it is not a broken world for them, and they will be able to. Right. Their spirit is healthier.
No, this is all still part of the plan. All of this is looking around, seeing what's going on these days. All part of the big plan. This is all going according to plan.
What is the plan for? It's a mystery.
God saved Donald Trump from being shot twice.
Twice?
Twice, yeah. There was twice. Two attempts on the man's life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was the one where they nicked him, but then there was another one, I think, at Mar-a-Lago. Where
that's horrible.
It's terrible that they would do such a thing.
It's horrible. The poor guy.
Horrible thing for frankly a handsome man.
It's really been on an unrelated note.
Right, yeah.
It's been so hard finding like a good place to get my headshots done for my Canadian citizenship application.
Yeah.
It's been so hard. They're all so expensive. Anyway,
can I say there's been I don't know how serious you are about the whole moving to Canada thing, but like I do keep seeing I think it's like the same video keeps getting recommended to me on YouTube, and I eventually just had to be like, stop showing me this.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but it was like here are 6 experts on fascism. They're all leaving the country. Here's why. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Like, how does knowing this help me? Look, you're gonna fucking go somewhere else. Great for you, I guess.
Right.
It's like, I'm stuck here. This is not helpful. Like,
here's also, 6 people who are gonna be better off than you.
Like, here are 6 experts in the thing that is destroying the country who are getting the fuck out of the country.
Right.
They're not helping. They're not gonna contribute. They're not gonna maybe use their knowledge to try to. No, they're just going.
Yep.
Like, not like we needed those anyway.
They're very little use to us now.
Yeah.
They'll do better where they're going, where it can still be stopped.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. Nothing. I'm just kidding. I don't think that there's anything
everything's
wrong.
Fine.
I do think everything's fine. And I'm glad that my vote counted in the way that it did.
Yeah. Our next question.
Yeah, no, it's 2 questions. Let's do questions about the apocalypse on this silly apocalypse podcast.
All right. Hey, wee woo and crop.
No, next question.
Okay, never mind. Let me find a new one. Dear honest boys.
There we go. I appreciate
boys.
that.
I really like puzzle games. In the world to come, where can I get my puzzle fix?
Okay, that's a good way to do it.
I mean, I know where my brain is immediately.
Where's your brain going?
Saw stuff.
Yes,
just kind of saw type deals. You gotta listen. Oh, this is actually a really interesting question.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think as a puzzle gamer?
Mm-hmm.
Is it more fun to be saw or to be sawed?
That's
interesting.
That's
is it better to be the guy like drugging people and like putting like attaching like a bear trap to your jaw and then putting the key to that bear trap in somebody else's stomach?
Right.
Is it better to be the person putting the bear trap on or is it more stimulating to have to get out of the bear trap?
Right. I think that's the thing is like, what draws you to puzzle games? Is it the puzzle itself, or is it the solving of the puzzle?
I think it's probably the solving of the puzzle.
I guess it depends, right?
Yeah, because I guess you gotta make yourself more appealing to Saw. Just kind of go around like what kind of stuff does it was like she's like, oh, this person smokes cigarettes.
You need to you need to display an internal cognitive dissonance or hypocrisy that can be taken and extrapolated from by Saw, so that he can create, or Jigsaw, so he can create an ironic trap that makes you face the reality of who you are.
Right.
That's what he does, right?
I mean, it's more or less that.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, I mean, I think that's like how he would describe it in his manifesto, but mostly it's just like, you smoked cigarettes.
Okay.
So like, you have depression, I think was one of them.
Okay.
You just didn't appreciate life enough, so now your foot is a landmine or something. I don't know. It's just like
See,
I think that is kind of the overarching thing of Saw, is that Saw is actually like stupid and like kind of like a bad artist.
Right.
Like,
okay.
He's kind of like, I don't think that's in the text of the movies, but that is the conclusion you draw of watching, is like, this guy's like dumb and not like.
Did you ever see the original Saw?
And really just kind of wants to kill people. I don't think I have.
Yeah, the original
Saw. I think I've only watched YouTube. You know those videos on YouTube where it's like an AI voice describing the plot over over like clips of Saw?
Yeah.
I think I've seen Saw 1 and 2 like that, probably.
I haven't seen Saw 2, but I saw the original Saw. That's the only one I saw. Fuck, I hate that. It's so annoying. It feels like I'm doing it on purpose as like a bit, but I'm not. I just want to say that I saw Saw, and I don't want it to be a funny thing.
You watched it.
Thank you. I watched the original Saw. And it's actually like a good thriller film, and it's not a gore fest at all. There's like some blood,
I think I've heard that.
but like it's not like it's like a good movie that's worth watching, and that sucks because like the rest of it is apparently, from what the little bits I've seen, fucking nonsense.
I kind of want that more.
You want the nonsense?
I kind of want the bullshit. Yeah. I kind of want it to just be stupid.
Well, I feel there's value to that.
Yeah.
You know. And I think that rounds back to the question, and to the person, because like when it comes down to it, if you're more in it for the solving, then you don't want it to be too smart of a puzzle, because then you die. Right. If you're in it for the puzzle itself and the love of puzzles, then you should do the jigsawing. And frankly, honestly, when you think about it, you can control that a little bit better.
Right.
But also at the same time, your brain might be racked with radiation and bubbling and frothing inside your skull, and therefore you probably don't think too good no more.
Right.
And so,
like you might, whatever this stuff is doing to your body, like you getting your jaw ripped off by a bear trap might not be that big a deal.
It actually might be a good thing.
It might be cool. Maybe your jaw was bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just bad. You gotta get rid of it.
Yeah. Maybe
like,
you get that.
Saw.
Yeah. Maybe. That was really bothering me. I appreciate that. Oh, there's a key in my stomach.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to get rid of my stomach.
Right. If you're feeling sick in the wasteland, you just get captured by Saw. I hope he puts a bear trap on whatever's bothering you.
Yeah. I think that's all right. So maybe that's really what the question asker is asking.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like that's probably it.
Yeah, it's probably
So I've decided.
This is not just what we've decided we want to talk about now. This is what they were asking.
I'm sure it's what they meant.
Yeah.
What they meant was, my jaw's really bothering me. How can I get it to get chopped off?
Right.
Yeah. So, right. No, they wanted
some kind of hydraulic device.
So puzzle games.
Some kind of hydraulic clamp that destroys your jaw.
So this person says they love puzzles, but what they really mean is that they want their head busted open by a machine.
They need some kind of like violent machine-based mutilation to their head.
Okay, so that's an interesting thing. What do you think Saw? I like how we're just calling him Saw.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Jigsaw,
but
I don't want to say that. I feel like that's giving like too much credit to the fucking movies.
Right.
His name is Saw. It's sort of like how vampires are all Dracula.
Yeah.
So the Saw, he says, what does he do? He gives you a punishment for your sins, basically, right?
Yeah.
And if you want your head exploded, you got to be sinning with your head.
I think the idea is that like he has cancer or something. And so it's like if you're not living your life, if you're like wasting your life, I think that's the idea.
It's not just ironic traps. It's about making you value life.
I think that's the idea. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I think that's the vibe.
Well, then that's the answer. If you want to get a good puzzle game going in the world to come, you go out and fucking seize the day, baby.
Yeah.
Go and party. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Go get drunk and sleep around.
You get drunk enough, someone's gonna chain you up in a basement.
Yeah.
What? What did I say? You looking at me like that?
I'm so glad they legalized comedy. We could have been in a lot of trouble for that one, man. But it's, you go out and have a good enough time. Yeah. You'll get a bear trap attached to your butt.
Or like a hydraulic clamp or like a bomb in your dick or like
a bomb in your dick.
I don't think he probably doesn't do a lot of dick stuff. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I haven't seen.
Does he do dick stuff?
I only saw Saw, not Saw 2. I never saw Saw 2, too.
Hey,
I just saw Saw.
Hey, Siri, does Saw do dick stuff?
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, well.
Hey, Gemini, does Saw do penis stuff?
Oh, God, there's broken glass in my pocket.
The Saw franchise is known for its gruesome and elaborate traps, designed by the serial killer Jigsaw and his apprentices to test victims' will to survive. These traps often involve extreme physical torture.
I know. Skip this part.
While the films feature a wide range of horrific injuries and body modifications, they are not typically focused on sexualized violence or explicit penis stuff in the way your question might imply. Violence is generally about survival and the grotesque physical consequences of failing Jigsaw's games. It's a horror franchise.
Okay.
So I remember there was this guy I knew in college who anytime he would like have to say anything, he would take like if you could say something in 10 seconds, he would say it in 3.5 minutes.
Right.
This is the vibe I got.
Yeah, no, that was ridiculous.
It was like you could have just said no.
Right. That's the thing.
The answer was no.
Right. And I feel
context.
like that was rude, honestly. Yeah. Because he felt the need to be like, actually.
Yeah, it's like,
let me explain Saw to you. Because if you knew what Saw was about, you would know that there's no, quote, penis stuff.
As you asked. Like, it's like getting on our case for how we asked the question.
Yeah, no, he put penis stuff in quotes. Like a pedantic, condescending asshole. Right. I feel like it's a perfectly logical question.
Right.
Knowing at least even a little bit about Saw.
It feels like he would do penis stuff.
Why wouldn't he?
Like I said, when I said, like, I don't think, when I say you put a bomb in the dick, I was like, that feels like a lot. But I can imagine, some kind of hydraulic clamp situation going on with the dick.
Well, I mean,
there's like some kind of thing with a lock on it, like.
I'm going to be real with you. I would much rather have a bomb in my penis than a reverse bear trap in my mouth.
Right, yeah, you might be right.
Holy shit, that's way better. Worst case scenario, my dick blows up. The other one, I'm dead for sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not ideal, but
was my dick even that good anyway? It's fine.
My dick's great, but
But you're willing to make that.
But not everybody is as lucky as me.
I think that's why Saul gets you.
Right.
Is because he sees that you're not taking advantage of your great dick. And so he's like, but then that's the trap. That's how you get him. It's because he puts the thing on your dick to be like, you didn't appreciate your dick.
Right.
So now I'm going to rip it off. And you're like, I don't even give a fuck. Take my dick. I don't care.
So
Fuck you.
All right. So that's it. Dear listener.
Yeah.
If you're an enjoyer of puzzle games and, brain teasers and all that, what you're going to want to do is walk around completely blasé to the gift that is your penis. Right. You want to seem like you don't give a shit that you've got the fattest hog in the hemisphere.
Heavy dick.
You want to like just put out the most blasé, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I sling it.
Yeah, this fucking you don't even care about this goddamn thigh slapper.
Right.
This fucking this fucking hose.
If you put out that energy, then you'll get a cool puzzle to solve. A cool, fun puzzle to solve.
Yeah. Saw just says he's mad because he got a little dick.
It's probably
jealous
true.
of you.
I didn't see
I see he's like a little guy. He's like a little puppet guy.
Oh, he would have a small
so
penis.
he's probably might not even have one because he's a puppet.
That's true. He probably doesn't have one. He's a puppet.
He's a puppet, right? He's like a puppet.
Yeah, no, he's a puppet. So I don't even know what people are.
He's like a magic puppet, right? He's like a magic puppet with no dick. That's part of it.
Yeah.
These are all parts of the Saw movies, right?
Is Jigsaw a magic puppet with no dick?
It seems there might be a misunderstanding or a mix-up of characters. Jigsaw is the villain from the Saw horror movie franchise. He is a serial killer, and in the films, he is a man, not a puppet.
I know. I'm like, okay.
Puppets, like Billy the Puppet,
What?
deliver messages to his victims.
That puppet
Jigsaw
has a
himself is a human being, John Kramer.
Kramer?
The puppet often associated with Jigsaw, is not depicted as having any genitalia.
Okay, so I'm right.
Abused by
That's what I needed to know.
That was the only thing you needed.
I needed to know, does Saw have a dick? Not this Kramer shit. Not the fucking guy from Mad Money.
They had to burn 18 acres of Amazon rainforest to make that question. Like the amount of power draw it took. I feel like we got that one.
Yeah, no, the
covered that
answer
one
is
pretty thoroughly.
if you like puzzles, make sure that you make Saw jealous of how little you are, how little you even care and appreciate your good wiener. Because he doesn't have one. He's a magic puppet.
Can I say, Harper is great.
No.
And blameless.
No, my dog's
Terrific
terrible.
Dog. But God sucks.
Why?
For what he did to my phone.
Yeah.
For what the unavoidable chaos of a unfeeling universe did to my phone really pisses me off.
Yeah. Yeah, there'd
Harper
be a lot.
has nothing to do with
There'd
that.
be a lot less. There'd be a lot less chaos from an unfeeling universe if this dog wasn't here.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I've lived with that dog. She sucks.
She's just loving. She's so loving and also very strong.
Like
she's
they just love so much.
That they
is like the
destroy
weird
all
shit.
your shit.
Yeah, that's like the weird shit that they say about people with borderline personality disorder on Tumblr.
Right, but well, she also has the mind of a 7-year-old. She's she'll be a baby until she dies. She doesn't know.
They say that about people with BPD on Tumblr too.
I guess so.
Yeah, that part's mean. That's the mean part.
All right, let's find another question. Where do babies come from? Hot sex.
It has to be hot.
It's only hot sex.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Yeah. If you exist, it's because your dad came good. Your mom and dad fucking mutual in the exact same moment. Fucking. Your dad didn't just bust in your mom. He fucking fireworks. You know what I mean? Our next question.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, why not? Dear Christian Will, I just got a new car, but I'm only used to driving old ones without screens and self-driving features. I'm scared of increasingly self-driving cars. Will I be able to avoid them in the world to come?
No. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you think people are still going to know how to drive in the world to come?
Yeah.
There's not going to be any driver's ed class.
Yeah.
The only way, all cars will be self-driving.
Yeah. And they're just going to be kind of roaming throughout the wastelands at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's going to be like train hopping.
I have to pee.
You're just gonna go pee?
Yeah, I have to pee too much.
All right, I'll see if I can do this bit while you
can
pee, or if I kind of peter out without anything to bounce off of. Cybertrucks are stupid and bad. I don't know.
Anytime I see a Cybertruck drive by, I look at the guy in it and I put my 2 fingers up under my nose.
It's pretty good.
I just look at him and I go. Yeah.
It is.
Not for any reason.
Right, for no reason.
Just because my nose tickles.
No, it's we're allowed to be mean to Elon again because he's fallen out with our glorious leader.
Oh.
They're on bad terms now. So
Thank God.
We are no longer obligated as patriots to support him.
Oh, okay.
It's like we can be mean to Elon again.
Oh, that's so good.
You know?
Right, but no. He said, right. Oh, okay. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of them I'm supposed to be more scared of, to be honest.
Well, I do think it's an interesting question. I do feel like it's ultimately Trump, because he has the actual power, and Elon is just kind of like a weird. I mean,
I hope you're right. I mean, no, I don't hope you're right. I don't know what I hope.
Yeah, no, it's all bad no matter what. Really.
Okay.
It's just kind of like there's not really a bright side. It's kind of fun to watch them sort of beat on each other.
Yeah.
The whole thing where he was like he did that whole bomb drop where he's like, Trump's on the Epstein list. Haha, gotcha. Have a nice night, Donald J. Trump. And the whole internet collectively was like, so why were you friends with him?
Right.
It's just like we can tell through context clues that is not why the friendship ended. The friendship ended because he threatened to like cancel your government contracts.
Also, yeah, we figured. Right. Half of us.
Yeah, it's like none of this is not new information to anybody.
Half of us assumed that was the case even before we knew there was a flight log.
Yeah.
And the other half of us just won't believe it.
Right.
This is useless information, Elon. The people who would care already knew, and the people who don't care don't believe you. No, everybody knew, or at least knew that he would be accused of that. If like you're a Trump guy,
right,
then you know that he would. You knew he was accused of it already.
Yeah.
Like Trump voters already know that people say he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
You're not going to change the Trump voters' opinion by saying, actually, that guy you voted for isn't a good guy.
You have no idea how much training they have for that. they've been fucking shadow boxing in their own homes. Waiting for someone to say that.
I saw fucking people being like, you guys just don't realize that this is what alphas fighting is like.
What, like fucking catty bitches?
Yeah. Real men fight like little girls.
I forget who it was.
It's like catty bitches. It's like some Mean Girls shit. It's really funny. Yeah.
Well, I heard somebody, and I do think that this is a good way. Like somebody once described Trump as a straight queen. And I feel like that really, yeah, it's like he's catty, he loves Broadway.
Yeah,
he's kind of like, he has all of
he wears makeup,
right? Exactly. Yeah, he has all of the qualities of like a aging kind of New York queen, except for the fact that he's like straight and a Republican.
That's
actually
really
even
fun.
the Republican thing. Like there's like,
no, he's got, you know. I feel like this isn't horseshoe theory, although it's going to sound like it.
Yeah.
But there is more inside the central area of the Venn diagram of Donald Trump and RuPaul than I would have first thought.
They seem like similar guys.
Yeah.
They both like fracking.
Yeah. They're both reality TV stars. Yeah.
It's insane to me how RuPaul has just kind of managed to just kind of slip and slide past the whole fracking allegations. Like he's just kind of they sold a bunch of, he has like a ranch, and they sold a bunch of land on that ranch to be used in a fracking operation.
Wow.
And he was just like talking about it like he didn't know it was a bad thing, and people got really mad at him, and he was like, oh yeah. and everyone was like, oh, okay. I guess we're okay with it.
RuPaul has too much power.
He has too much power.
Also like Trump.
Trump.
No, I take that back. No, RuPaul has too much power, but Donald Trump doesn't have enough. He should have more.
He should have more power.
He should have so much more.
He should have as much power as he wants.
I'm happy about it.
He has our next question. Jesus.
You want to ask another? You want to answer another question? We could just hang out and talk about how
you just said
how much more power we think he should have.
How much more he should be able to do?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I feel like.
Do you disagree?
I would.
You
never,
better not.
I would never say that.
I
would never say that.
What are you insinuating? You understand? I will throw you under the bus.
Yeah, when it comes to it.
I want you to know
When they find those seawall episodes, and they finally come for me, I do not expect you to defend me for a second.
No. You may not hide in my attic. You understand?
Next question.
If you're in my attic and they come and they say, "What's in the attic?" I will say, "Chris."
Chris, and he said some fucked up stuff about our glorious.
And I want you to know, I defended him. I didn't defend. He went up there on his own accord. I've actually been trying to get him to get out, and I'm really glad you're here.
I've heard he's gay too, honestly.
And I haven't seen his papers, so
No, it's fine. They love white immigrants. Whoa, this is actually this one's kind of wow.
Okay, yeah, bring it on.
All right, this actually. I think this is a pretty good finale question, honestly.
Okay, well, let me just take a little bit of a.
Well, I want to
pose here because.
All right.
Let's wrap.
Why are we trying to survive the apocalypse anyway? What's the point?
Wow.
Thank Ray.
I really appreciate you asking that question, Ray.
I've been thinking a lot about this.
Because that is a question that should have been asked day one.
It should have been. We really should have been. We could have avoided this whole fiasco. this terrible thing that we've wasted however many years of our lives on.
Right.
We could have nipped it in the bud immediately.
Yeah, you guys should all know that we hate doing this.
We hate doing this.
We wish we didn't have to.
I can't stress this enough. We were cursed by a witch.
Yeah.
This is the one piece of canon I have for some reason hung on to this whole time. Is that the reason we do this is we got cursed by a witch and now we have to.
And I want to be perfectly clear about when you say cursed by a witch, we do absolutely mean green skin. Yeah.
One of those. I'm not talking like a Wicca practitioner.
No.
I'm talking like a goofy green bitch. A real Halloween kind of deal.
We were cursed by like an Elphaba type.
Like a real
Like the
yes, from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like a My Pretties style witch.
Right, exactly.
Who lived in a big house made of gingerbread.
Right.
You know? See, well, the Alphaba didn't live in one of those, but yeah. I'm keeping to the general witch.
Okay,
thing.
You know what?
I'm mixing a little.
All right, I was trying to find a way to make fun of Wicked in that, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't feel strongly enough about Wicked to make fun of it.
You know what's fucked up is that I'm scared that if I make fun of Wicked, people will think I'm a homophobe, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's really interesting,
and I don't feel like
I do get that vibe, but like you're right. There's like why it feels like separate things.
Yeah. But like I feel like if I say that Wicked looked really dumb and ugly and bad to me, and I really did not have any interest in it and didn't understand what the hype was about, I feel like people are going to think that I don't like gay people. And I don't know why, but that's what I feel.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, Ben Shapiro loved it. He had great things to say about it. But no, it was like we were cursed by an old hag. Kind of like an old crone.
Who lived in a gingerbread house. Chris and I were hungry.
Ate too much of the gingerbread house, and she said, now you got to do a podcast forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's why we still do it.
We were like, what's a podcast? Because it was...
Well, because those didn't exist yet.
Yes, yeah. This happened in 1648. The curses, we're also immortal. Yeah. We will have to do this until the sun explodes.
And
this used to be a stage play we would put on every week.
Yeah. Really, the podcast is like it's great to it's great to be able to do the podcast.
Now that we don't have to gather an audience every time.
Right, exactly. Because every time we did have to gather an audience, we weren't allowed to do it without anybody listening.
I've been doing
you gotta stop doing that.
Big sneezes today.
No, you gotta stop doing that.
I know what that's all about.
We don't do that here.
Okay, I'll try.
This home is filled with allergens.
Yeah. When I walked in here today, I walked in, I said hello to your dog and to your girlfriend and to you. and you were like, okay, we were like, hello, you want to go get some food? And you were like, okay. You went outside and you're like, hey man, I hate to say this, but you fucking smell like shit.
That's not really what I said. I pointed at you with finger guns.
Yucky little pig, you fucking stink.
No, that's not what I said.
Tossed a deodorant at me and said, put this on, pig. You fat pig.
See, the thing is, the further you lean into this, the less prepared I am with the bit that I had to respond with. Because the bit that I had to respond with was giving the audience an honest version of what happened, and having that it be funny because the honest version of what happened was also a little bit much.
Right.
But
yeah, it was a little too much. I did, but like the
thing is, like, but no, because the thing is, if a friend of yours smells bad,
your story.
if a friend of yours smells bad,
right,
or you think they do, or whatever,
you
have two options,
right?
Either say like, hey man, sorry, I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but you got something like it smells kind of bad or something. I just didn't want to call you out or anything. Just like letting you know, like if you have some deodorant, if you want to borrow some. I don't know. I'm really sorry. There's that.
Okay.
Which feels coddling.
Yeah.
And feels excessive.
Right.
What feels polite to me is you stink.
Yeah, which is what you did. I think
that's what I did. I didn't do the
me.
snap, but I said you stink, which I think a lot of people would read as rude, but to me is the polite way to respond to someone's BO when you actually know them.
Anyway, the moral of this story is that a couple seconds later, you went back into the house and realized that part of the house just smells like cat piss.
Right, no, it's my house fucking stinks.
Yeah, and then I went back in and was like, oh, this does smell like cat piss.
Yeah, no, this house smells really, really bad.
It's not a good smelling house right now.
Yeah, no.
No, it is what it is.
It's falling apart.
Well,
we can't keep up with everything because of the tour situation. I start the tour in 3 days, and we've got so much stuff to clean up, and like so many cats, and like a weird thing happened with the litter. We had to change the litter, but now Harper's eating the litter and vomiting all over the place.
Jesus Christ.
And
I love
it's
that
just
dog.
there's so much going on.
Harper's such a good dog.
And we've got these rats that smell bad, because they're rats and they poop.
They do that, yeah.
And if we're really busy, sometimes the litter box gets too full, and it's a wreck here. So point is, house stink. Where did we start this?
I don't remember.
Where did this come from?
Why
do we live?
Right.
That was the question. It was why?
The answer is nothing. I still don't know how we got here.
I don't know. Like, because that's the thing is like the answer. I don't know the answer because I ask the same question to myself every day.
Yeah. It's like, why do we?
Why bother getting out of bed?
I'll tell you why. Because as we established earlier in the episode, probably in a part we kept, God is evil. And every day that you continue to exist in spite of his attempts to kill you is
it's
you
a victory.
Standing defiant against a tyrant.
That's beautiful.
Why keep living to spite God? If your life sucks, that means God hates you. So why would you fucking give a guy who hates you what they want?
Well, maybe if you think he's right, if you hate yourself enough.
That doesn't get you anywhere,
No.
You must live in defiance of God.
Maybe I don't want to be anywhere.
You gotta eat that fucking Artolan songbird in full sight of God.
That's so fucking good. That's so good. It
That's the one Hannibal reference I know. I've watched that scene a bunch of times because it's insane.
That's really good, and it's taken me out of the bit that I was trying to do.
I think the moral of this episode is that you must eat the Artolan songbird in full sight of God.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So,
thanks everybody for listening to Life in the World to Come.
I got a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
This is good. I think this is the right energy to end on.
I think so. I think we've kind of we've arrived at a conclusion.
I feel like it's good. I want to try and find like a thematic button to put on this.
Okay.
I feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah, call the shot.
And it would be cool if it could like what I really want is I don't want laughs. Laughs are cheap. I want chills. And so I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out like how how to really get that. How do I end this in a way that like makes people feel like they've been brought on a journey, that like an arc has been completed and they have changed by the end of it. Like they've truly been moved by this work of art. You want to move people. You want people to have moved.
Right.
You know, when that witch first cursed us, I never really knew that, you know, that a curse could count as a blessing. And
I'm gonna put some kind of music over this.
And
some kind of music. I don't know what it is yet, but
it's yakety sax.
It's "Piss Up a Rope" by Weave.
I don't know that one.
We'll look it up later.
All right, so
you can Google "Piss Up a Rope."
When that witch first cursed us,
it's "Going the Distance" by Cake.
When that witch first,
it's Pearl Jam.
Heave on the floor.
Yes, exactly.
This when that witch first cursed us. I never thought.
Hear it now.
I never thought that curse could be such a blessing, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for listening to Life in the World to Come. Our intro and outro music is "Even Flow" by Pearl Jam.
It is Even Flow. Our intro and outro music is what's a good one?
Cat's Cradle.
Anyway,
yeah. All right,
intro,
this fucking podcast is over. What is do the fucking
real
credits?
Quick, now that we don't do this as much.
Okay.
Do you got anything you want to plug? I want to start doing this.
Oh, plugs.
Because every time I ask people to buy my book, at least 2 people do. So why do you?
All right. Oh, I got cats. I got.
Oh, you're still trying to get rid of these fucking cats?
I got 3 more left.
I asked my parents if they wanted one of your cats, and they were like, and they're my parents are cat racist against street cats.
Fuck.
They want like a prissy little genetically engineered like.
That makes sense. Listen, these cats are like not people. You know, these
are not people cats. These are piss cats.
These are piss cats. They'll come around,
right.
but like it's gonna take a little time.
Right, we're doing a sales pitch right now.
Yeah.
These are.
Yeah. Don't call my cats piss cats while I'm trying to sell them. I'm not trying to sell these cats. These cats are not for sale. There's an adoption fee, but it's very small. Yeah. I got cats.
They're cats.
Come and get them.
I've seen them, never for more than a fleeting moment, but I have seen them.
But they're adorable and they need a home, and we got 3 left, so they're in high demand. So while supplies last, I have 3 cats.
That's awesome. I mean, now I feel bad about plugging just my stuff that I want.
I can do a capitalistic one too. I'm going on tour.
Yeah.
I'm going on tour. It's very stupidly called the Mr. Wood is Dead tour, which makes me cringe to say.
I feel like you do this a lot, where you're like, you decide on a name and then you're immediately like, shit.
I liked Slouching Towards Bethlehem.
That was a great
tour name.
I was not referring to that, but I feel like you've. This is. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having deja vu.
No. I've definitely gone back on some titles before, for sure. Like In Case I Make It should have stayed. Should have been In Case I Die. Yeah. That's a better album name.
I kind of agree. That's kind of a better name.
In Case I Make It is very soft, and maybe that's fitting to the softness of the album. But In Case I Die is it's more me. Yeah. But anyway, none of that. I'm going on tour.
Okay.
I'm bringing the band out for the first time. In like a bajillion years. And tickets are on sale. A lot of them are sold out, but there are still some that have some tickets available. Go to willwood.net and you'll find the ticket links and a couple of VIP thing links, and those are also selling out. I had to add some more to some dates that previously didn't have them. And I'm doing that for a couple weeks on the East Coast and Midwest, and then a few weeks after that, I'm doing a solo run on the West Coast where I'll be playing some theaters, and that should be pretty fun and pretty wacky. And if you just feel like sending me money, you can also just do that.
Hell yeah. I recently put out a new episode of Revelator. You go to patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. You can listen to if you're a new episode of Revelator. If you're like caught up mostly on Revelator, but then unsubscribed because I didn't post anything for like 4 months. You can resubscribe now. I put out a new episode. You can buy my book, Revelator Part 1, Little Gods. Hey, it's my birthday next month. Who knows if we'll do another podcast between now and then. Fucking buy my book and like donate it to a thrift store.
That's a cool idea.
I want people to do that. Like, as if you want to like give me a little treat for my birthday, buy my book and then like donate it to like a thrift store or a library that's asking for donations.
That's cool.
It's apparently actually kind of hard to get your book into libraries. Like, they're actually weirdly selective about donations a lot of the time.
Huh.
But yeah, buy my book. If you've already bought my book, buy my book and give it to a thrift store.
Yeah, or put it in one of those
fun
little book houses that people put outside their houses sometimes.
Fun.
Yeah.
I just want randos to find my book.
Yeah, just find a way to insert Revelator Part 1 Little Gods into just circulation of people with niche interests.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Have anything else to plug? I think that's it.
All right.
All right. Nice to talk to you guys.
Intro and outro music because we are the Hellhounds for Taxpayers.
We did a joke, so we forgot to say that.
Right. Send us your questions at lifeintheworldtocome@gmail.com. And this episode was brought to you by Stamps.com. Is that it?
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
All right, goodbye.